Hey YouTube, Ham and Fred over there, back at the back table, part 2 of my standard EDC setup, tools and blades. Again, I'm on the street or I'm traveling all the time up and down the eastern half of the United States. At any given point, it's raining, snowing, sunny, muddy, dirty, whatever. I do a lot of cutting of various things, from tape to shrouds to rope. I'm always using small tools like screwdrivers to either open up equipment and change batteries, take them out of racks, make technical adjustments. Small pliers, wire cutters, strip wire, especially phone lines, things like that. I do it all the time. Okay? Yes, I have a lot of tools on the truck. You've seen my truck. But here's what I have on my person, and I guess the focus of this video is keeping it simple and keeping it inexpensive. There is a lot of great stuff out there you can spend a lot of money on that will do the job, but I beat my stuff to death. Okay? At some point, I just break things, which is why when I find something that is fairly inexpensive and does the job, I go with it. And I found a couple things that I hope you'll agree with me with. First thing, of course, is the multi-tool. This is the standard multi-tool belt pack I carry. Yes, sorry, you Legion of Leatherman guys. I know there are needles being stuck in voodoo dolls right now, but I am a Gerber guy. I don't know, personal preference, call me stupid, hey, the hinges are bad, you know, the metal's inferior. You know what, like I said, usually I got something in one hand and I got to open the tool with the other one. I'm sorry, I have better luck with the Gerber. That's the basic reason, okay? I chew them up, I throw them away, I go buy another one. The ones I've been using lately are the Gerber Flick. First of all, there's the pack. I always have, you can't have too many blades. This belt pouch that comes with the Flick has 2 slots. So I have my little Dejo, I forget what it's called. Is this the Ascent? Anyway, for a tape cutter, for a cable opener, this is a great little blade, and it travels very well in the front slit of the pouch. And then I've got the multi-tool, okay? Here we are. It's open. Yeah, okay. Maybe not the tightest joint right there, but the cutters work, the pliers work, and frankly, when I break it, I can send it back to Gerber. They'll fix it, usually for free, and I have more than one, so I just go to the backup, okay? So, multi-tool, multi-tool. Now, like most of the modern designs, the blades and the tools are on the outside rather than the older models where they were on the inside when you opened it up. Great innovation. But do I want to waste my time in the rain digging out the screwdrivers and the little tweakers and stuff if I've got another option? Of course not. I'll flick it open and use it to grab something, cut something, whatever, and then put it away. But I have another option because, like I said, you can never have too many blades. So what I've discovered are some alternatives. This is the Kershaw Select Fire. Okay? Now again, where did I find this? My friendly neighborhood Walmart. Okay? This knife was 15 bucks. That's what they're selling it for. I don't know why, because on Amazon it's 25 bucks. But right now you can get these at the Walmarts here in Richmond, Virginia for $14.98. I bought 2 of them. Now, it doesn't come with a pouch, it just comes with a belt clip. We're going to talk about the belt clip in a minute because you know I usually don't keep the belt clips on my tools. But they call this a multi-tool. And there's a couple of things I like about it very much. First of all, the blade on this, even though it's a composite blade, and I'm on the fence on the composite blades. Yeah, this does come in handy sometimes cutting through rope or cardboard or whatever, and it's a fairly decent tip as far as the straight edge goes, but the nice thing about this is 8CR13 MOV steel, which is a compound that I like a lot in a drop point. Okay, the blade overall is 3 3/8 inches long. The overall length of the knife of the unit, I call it a knife, closed, is under 5 inches. So again, I've got big hands. This knife holds very well. You can even get up closer on it. See, it's got the standard, and then it's got an up close thing. Now there's no jimping back here, but you can still get a good control on the knife and use it when you have to. That's part one. It's a standard liner lock, and it's a fairly heavy duty frame. This is, I think, glass reinforced nylon on that, but it's fairly grippy, and I've had it in the rain and it works very well. Okay, and it maintains its edge, and it's very easy to get the edge back up on. Now the great thing about this is, very easily, I've got a nut driver, either 90 degrees or a full 180, and I've got 4 standard bits. I've got 2 Phillips head and 2 standard blades. Now here's where the belt clip comes into a problem. You notice that it extends into the pull-out hole for the standard tip, so it's kind of a burden, especially if you've got big fingers like mine, but you can get it done. And there's always the option of reaching over and opening this side and then pushing it out. Okay, so you can get your tips out of there and put it into the boom. They are spring loaded. They come right back. They do stay in place. Nice heavy duty springs on it. Okay, and this is about 2.5 inches. Now you'll notice this has markings on the side of it. Okay, those markings have nothing to do with any actual measurements. You line up a ruler and they do not match anything on either a standard or a metric measuring device, but they are regular intervals. And if you had to judge relative spaces, like it's 4 notches and 4 notches in their place, it is a handy little reference tool, but other than that, it's not set up for any standard gauge. But the nice thing about it is you've got your multi-tool, you're working with pliers or anything, you need a screwdriver, or you need a screwdriver in general. It's great to just pull this out, pull a tip out, pop it in. It is a magnetic tip. It is a standard size SAE interchangeable bit, and it stays fairly tight. No sideways on this, and you can make your adjustment. So the Kershaw Select Fire with that 13CR or the 8CR13 MOV blade, excellent quality. Now, again, for $14.95, you can't beat it. Another one that I found that I've been carrying, now this isn't a multi-tool like that, it's just a standard pocket knife, is the Buck 750 Red Point. Now the reason I like this too, again, something in your hand, you need to open up the knife real quick, yeah, you can flick it out, do whatever you want, but I just love the safety feature on this. It's got the spring actuated lock, you pull it down, flick it out, and there it is. Again, a composite blade. Now this is just 420 HC. Again, it's a composite blade, but I like Buck knives. This one does have good jimping on it. This handle is extraordinarily grippy. It's rubberized, so it gives you excellent control even in wet, adverse conditions. It is a little small for my hand, but I still use it. I will carry this from time to time, but since I got the Kershaw, that's been the blade that's in the pocket of choice when I'm working. But this one does have a bottle opener, and God knows you need a bottle opener from time to time, especially at the end of the day. But you know, when I'm not working, I've been carrying a K-Bar Fat Bob. Now I bought this from my good friend Pavlov Sandor. Where are you, Pav? I haven't seen anything from you in months. I hope you and Tripod are okay. But they were having a sale. I bought this Fat Bob. He took excellent care of it. Again, okay, it doesn't look real good because I took the clip off, but I'm going to fill these in and sand them down. I just haven't had time yet. But the thing I like about this is it's an extraordinarily thick blade, an extraordinarily thick frame. Bob Dozier did a really good job designing this, and it is just a nice gentleman's workhorse. If you're out and about on the weekend, you don't want to carry all the other crap, you still want a fairly good, reliable, heavy-duty blade, boy, you'd be hard-pressed to beat this one. It does real well. And again, the actual retail price on this isn't bad either, so that works out. And then, of course, as if all this wasn't enough, I always have a straight blade on me. And as you know from my past videos, I am a huge Condor fan. I've been carrying the 5-inch Bushcraft, which is kept fairly honed. And like all my working knives, even though it was a standard wood grip, I took a piece of inner tube and put it over the grip. It gives me really good control, especially in adverse conditions. This knife has proved invaluable in the field. I mean, I'm not doing bushcrafting, I'm just using it for work, but this is cut back cellophane wrap on cable harnesses. It's done an immeasurable amount of good. I've beat the crap out of this thing and it keeps on coming back. You know what? For a $28 knife, that isn't a bad recommendation. And the nice leather sheath keeps it well protected. Actually, that little bit of rubber on the handle acts as a little bit more retention in the holster, in the sheath. So that works out. So there you have it. Multi-tools. And again, I can't tell you how enamored I am of that Kershaw Select Fire. Other pocket knives I've been carrying for work and for leisure. And either way, I always have at least one fixed blade. So that's the EDC knife situation. More in a minute. Thanks.